So now we're going. I wish I was a computer person. Hmm. Oh, you can find me now. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. That was really weird. Well, that was weird. Well, that was weird. Sorry. I don't know what's going on. Hey, Joshua, how we doing? Yeah, I don't. It just randomly stopped. I had no internet service on my phone, no nothing. Really? Huh. Myron, what's up? Hopefully this stuff clears up, guys, whatever's going on. But we're getting some rain and crap around here right now, so I wouldn't think that'd mess with it, but who knows? Anyway, Squirrely, if you're still in here, you need to email me, Iowa Trapper, the number 2 at gmail.com. Man, that was weird. I think the weirdest part of that whole deal, I'd given up. I went back, sat in the living room with my wife. I was sitting there eating some popcorn, and Jeep fam texts me. He's like, "Where you at?" What do you mean where I'm at? It just kicked me out of the internet and everything. He goes, well, we're still talking. What? There's nothing up here. I'd closed out everything. That was weird. That was really messed up. Gremlins. Yeah. No, no, CC. No, no. None of that. I don't even have anything here for shots, so which is good. Calm as ever down in Florida. Man, that was weird. I've never had that happen before. Oh, cool. I just got your email, JR. When I'm off here, I'll get that over to Jeep fam. Myron, I'm actually using a hotspot on my phone because our internet service out here, our actual, what do they call it, a router. I don't even know what we have for internet service. I should know because last week it just came out of my check. So HughesNet, there you go, HughesNet. Well, good, Justin. I'm glad you're able to do that. No, no, we don't even have any. So yeah, Ruben, that don't surprise me. That don't surprise me. JR, we don't even have AT&T around here. I don't think. Good, LTL. Glad it's up and running. Giga Chad, what do you have? Did you post it already? Yeah, that's literally about all we can get where we're at. Um, we tried like 4 or 5 different places, and none of them could get it out where we're at. So Oh, Myron, really? Well, you would definitely know what you're talking about then. I bet. You might be right on that. I've heard of Starlink. I've heard of something like that. It's kind of a newer thing, if I remember right. But I'm not sure. But all my live streams, guys, have been done using my phone as a hotspot. That's all I've been doing because our internet sucks so bad out here. No, Ottercat, I can't hear you. What'd you say? Hey, Critter Craig. Hopefully all the BS and stuff is done before you got here. It got kind of, I don't know what you guys are seeing, but at least I'm able to, it's working. Random. Jay just texted me. What are the odds of that? You guys talk about Trapper Jay and he just texted me. That's crazy. Just started lagging again. All right, let me try to switch cell phone providers. Um, See if my wife will use her phone as a hotspot. Man, that's ridiculous. They're asking about you too. Ben, no, there's no caps at all. Let me try doing some stuff here. What's up? I just switched to my wife's iPhone. Normally better service. Hey, Squirrely, if you didn't get my didn't hear me earlier, email me iotrapper the number 2 at gmail.com. Um, I have something to give to you, so might have to look into that CNC. Briar, I was hoping to hit 100. I don't know if that's going to happen just because everything's so broken up on my season. It's kind of a mess. Jeep fam, I just asked if she's going to come in tonight, and my daughter fell asleep in her lap, and she kind of hit the mama bear thing, so she won't be coming in tonight. Yes, Ben. Just yeah, what Jeep fam has right here, that is my email. So send that to me, Squirrely. Message me or anyone about trapping related stuff by any means. Yeah, CNC. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm terrible. Oh, Internet Vet. The Razors were awesome. I love that phone. That was like the best phone I've ever had. Oh, that's sad, isn't it? Caden, I just had my wife turn her hotspot on her phone, and now we're using that instead of mine. Okay, Squirrely, I just got your email. Perfect, bud. When this live's over, I'll message you. Um, I'll get your address and everything else like that. And we'll get that sent to you, buddy. Ooh, that's pricey, JR. Oh, I still remember going to football practice and having those cell phones with like a battery pack, look like you're calling in an airstrike. I'll never forget them. All right, LTO, you have a good night, bud. Thanks for stopping in. Ruger Farming, how we doing? Yeah, Otter Cat, that's crazy, isn't it? I tried like 3 times, nothing happened. I'm like, all right, we'll just call it a night. I don't know what's going on. Then Jeep fam texts me like, "Where you at? We're all sitting here talking." No, you're not. I even came back in here and there's nothing up. Everything was shut down, so it's kind of really weird. Hey, Justin, how we doing? Uh-oh. Hopefully it all got worked out, bud. If it didn't, let me know what I owe you for it, because I'll definitely buy that heifer. CC, email me some more information about it if you would. I'm curious about it. I'm just not good with change, and I don't know computers or technology or anything. So I need the simplest terms, and you got to spell it out stupid for me because I am terrible with this stuff. Jeep fan, you're funding your school bus. That's awesome. Squirrely, if you're getting into trapping, um, obviously, if you got someone local you can drive to, uh, be your best bet. I buy all my traps and stuff from Funky Trap Tags here in Iowa, just because I know him personally and what he's done for the trapping world. But if you're looking for an outsource to buy from, it's a great place, great people. They're all about helping new people like you get going. Matter of fact, Alan has a Iowa Trapper special with dog proofs and stakes and bait. Um, he has that on his website. But if you have someone local or close, that's always your best bet. Uh, but yeah, I've always gone through Alan. Myron, my yearly otter limit, we're allowed 3 where I'm at. Mike, once we get bugs, which is a good question here, we won't get bugs until June, give or take. Everything will go in my walk-in freezer, set at 30 degrees at that point. Um, that's just once it gets to that point, you start risking bugs. If you get bugs in there, you're in big trouble. If you had problems with it, oh, it's still alive for now. Oh, that sucks, Justin. That's too bad. That's too bad. Yeah, Blake, these I get it, man. Yeah, Ruger. I've been finishing furs like crazy. Monday, I'm hoping to get about 70 coon done. I'm planning for a really big day, so we'll see. Oh yeah, Squirrely, if you're close to Lima, Ohio, I know you're a young man, but if you have a parent or something that's willing to give you a ride or something like that, the convention will be your best place, not just for traps, but knowledge. So much knowledge at these conventions. Critter Craig. Just start small, man. If you got coon in your area, I'd go out and get some dog proofs to start with. That's my best advice. Find those trails. Coon like landmarks. They're going from power pole or evergreen tree or big tree. There's a lot of landmarks for them. Hey Jay, how we doing, bud? Welcome to the party. Yeah, Squirrel. If you get a chance, go to the convention. That'll be your best bet down there in Lima. Yeah, true, Justin. Fur prices are tough now. Giga Chad, my dispatch is a 177 1200 feet per second air rifle. I love that thing. Ruger, I've never seen 330 on a chat really. I think I've seen him once on mine briefly. Same thing with Coon Creek. But yeah, I don't see them doing a lot of live stuff. Yeah, tanning price can get pricey. But just depends. If you get quantities of them, you can normally get a deal. I don't even have anything for shots, so that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Yeah, I've talked to 330 a few times. Really good guy, really knowledgeable. He's helped me out. Jay's helped me out the most get started on the YouTube as far as filming and learning things. But yeah, 330 is definitely. I've reached out to him with a few questions. He's helped me as well. JR's taking the camper to the convention. That's awesome. When's the convention? Critter Craig, it is the 28th through 30th of July. Yes. I'll be down there. Sounds like I'm going to be there Tuesday, the 26th. I don't even have a beer, Jay. Oh, God. You guys are terrible. Yeah, Justin, the coon are everywhere. There you go, guys. You're welcome. No, see, you're thinking of somebody else, bud. That wasn't me. I don't harass him with that stuff. Everything outdoors, Michigan. What's up? I don't have anything, vet. I made sure of that. Trying to slow down all that crap. I'm getting fat and I can't chase all these raccoons around next year or beaver this year. Oh, absolutely, Ottercat. Feel free to. Absolutely. Whose channel you got? You did, Jay. You did. Dredger 9. Most of my scrapings actually go to the landfill. I've looked into a couple ways how to actually render the fat down, start maybe getting into soaps and stuff, but right now it's just too much work. Justin, I'm hopefully waiting a week. I'm really hoping to. My plan was start a week from today, but we're going to be all froze up again. So, all right, I'm going to go make another one. But y'all got to be like that. Yeah, it's first come, first serve down there, Justin. Or JR. JR said that, sorry. Oh yeah, Ruger. Otters will tear up the fish bad. Don't say that, vet. I don't need that. Oh yeah, Scab. Dogs will clean that up easy. Yeah, peer pressure sucks. Ruger otters will travel a long ways. A long ways. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Lima. Lima's gonna be a good time. Yeah, Bucky, I got my hotel booked here a couple weeks ago, I think, finally. So oh, squirrely. I don't even know. I don't think I've ever weighed an otter. Uh Probably the one that I showed here a little bit earlier was one of my bigger ones. Um I don't catch a whole lot of them to really know, I guess. Yeah, Justin, I will get there Tuesday. If anyone needs help setting stuff up or getting the vendors in, I'll be helping with that. Yeah, Critter Craig. You know, you said, you're, what do you say, 60, I think. If you're able to make Lima, Ohio, it's an awesome place to learn trapping, to buy supplies for cheap. Wealth of knowledge there. So many great trappers. Dredger, I think it's Lima, if I'm correct. I don't know though. Hey, Tommy T, how we doing? Adventure with James. Those are both really good otter. No, get off this drinking thing, guys. Critter Craig, 74 miles away. That's awesome. You need to attend that. Yeah, July 28th through the 30th. My anniversary is the week before, so that's all right. Yeah, Jeep fam. I was told the town's a little bit sketchy. One of those places you really want to lock stuff up. Don't know how true that is, but um, came from a fairly reliable source. So uh, something I might, you know, you might want to be a little careful of while you're there. Justin, there's gonna be a lot of demos there for sure. Scab, that's awesome. That's awesome, especially on good years. On a good year when an otter's actually worth 50 or $60, that'd be all right. Yeah, the otter fur behind me, it was a good one, but it wasn't huge by any means. But I never weighed it. Yeah, Blakely's will be at the NTA. He's got a full line of trapping supply stuff too. I'm assuming you're probably bringing a trailer up for that too, aren't you, Blakely's? Okay, yep, Jeep fam's right. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely somewhere you want to lock everything up. Okay, JR, that's good to know. Also, good to know. Does Ohio um, is the average state permit to carry license good in Ohio? I haven't looked that up yet. I know some states don't interchange or whatnot, but Yeah, Justin, there's gonna be lots of demos. Anthony. Yeah, Ruben, sounds like Otter's coming up a little bit. No, just your bait and lures. Okay, but I didn't know what you're doing. I didn't know what your plans were. Okay, Bluegill Bum. Oh, haven't seen you in here tonight. Thanks for getting in here. Wow, Critter Craig, that's awesome. I'll tell you what. Get with me if you got email Iowa Trapper 2 at Gmail. I'd be happy to meet up with you at there at some point, man. That's awesome. You're never too young or too old to get into this sport by any means. 15th, your season's over. That sucks. You like turtles? Yeah, Lane, I'm still alive for now anyway. We haven't started beaver trapping yet though, and that's when shit gets crazy. Haven't cooked squirrel? Really, Dredger? I always like on Christmas Vacation, which is my favorite movie to watch for Christmas. They're like, "Where's Eddie? He normally eats these damn things," and they look at him like he's an idiot. And it's like, I love squirrel. So make babies. I mean that sounds fun anyway. I just had a good buddy of mine get a vasectomy today. He texted me at like 3:15, headed in, and at 6 o'clock he texts me headed to the ER. Something's bleeding internally. It's like, oh no. Yeah, how are the snows moving? They're probably moving up pretty quick, aren't they? Save the neck for me, Clark. Yeah, she'll be mad, but she'll get over it, Justin. That's fine. Yeah, I haven't seen any up here yet, but um, I'm hoping to see some because I'd like to chase some around, but I still got to get my licenses and everything else. We'll see what happens. It might be perfect timing when they get up here next week. If we get that ice and everything, lock everything up north of me, they might stick around here for a while. So that'd be fun. That would be fun. Really, Justin. Oh, Gold Falcon Outdoor snows are awesome. I love hunting snow geese. Wow, Ben, did you keep track? I mean, I struggle to count that high. I just messing with you, bud. Yeah, I want to see where they actually like winter. I'd love to go down there wherever they winter, somewhere around the coast, and just see how much they destroy shit. Ottercat, it's probably gonna something that's gonna happen in the somewhat near future, but my wife's a very firm believer in abstinence too, so I don't have a huge worry about it. Oh, nice, Myron. That's cool, Scab. I'll be filming some duck hunting this fall too, and I have a really, really good duck hunting spot full of wood ducks. we'll limit out on wood ducks in about 10 minutes if I can hit anything. Oh, I love snow goose. It's like goose is really good. You just can't overcook it, and that's the big thing. At least from what I've seen. Hey, Dredger. I appreciate you coming in tonight, man. I really do. You take care, bud. We'll see you here. I don't know if I'm gonna be setting next week or not with that ice coming through. I'm probably setting a few traps tomorrow, so hopefully I'll be getting some beaver here pretty soon. Justin, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Justin, if that heifer of yours don't make it, I'll definitely be trying a lot more beef. You just tell me what I owe you, and I'll be there tomorrow. Matter of fact, just tell your boss she didn't make it, and I'll just come get it now. Oh, Ruger, no, it's good. I love goose. Yeah, Anthony, you're probably right, but I love eating stuff that I've harvested. There's just pride in it. Yeah, Chad, I've had raccoon like 3 times in my life. One was phenomenal. One was terrible, and one was the most disgusting thing I've ever had. So it's kind of a not exactly good odds there. Ruben had gator for dinner. That'd be all right. Oh, Justin, come on. After everything I did for you. You know this that design, that logo is gonna cost you like, oh, how big's that heifer? How many pounds? However many pounds she is, times that times $4. How about that? Yeah, I'd love to eat her turkeys, but she won't let me. Yeah, bluegill. Yeah, for sure. Joshua, and I'll be eating a lot of my beaver too. The hindquarters, we'll roast them. The back straps, I'll grill them, make some loin. It's awesome. That's crazy, gold falcon. That's just crazy. No, no, that's what I'm charging you, or we'll just exchange for the heifer. Your call. Yep, Ruger, absolutely. The carcass market's going for sure. You got to gut them. Most people want the feet on and the head on. So yeah, Justin, don't we all? All right, CC, perfect. I appreciate it, bud. You're paying 2K for a 1,500 pound cow in 2 weeks. That's not terrible, is it? I don't know much about the beef prices and stuff. We actually don't eat a whole lot of beef around here. Uh, Deer is our main meat source by far. Oh, Joshua, just everything in life right now is expensive as hell. Everything. Yeah, it probably is, Justin. Might have to do this from here on out. It's way better. Steve, how we doing? That's awesome, Ruben. That's awesome. Roosevelt elk. Interesting. Yeah, absolutely, Jeep fam. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. You guys have a good night. Wow, that's crazy, Jr. Vet, we're up to 369. I think I saw today. Cornish hens are good. We have them at the warehouse too. Oh yeah, absolutely, Ralphie. I'm assuming 10:30 in the morning. Would be my guess, not at night. Yeah, if I get a chance to, I'll stop in and say hi, buddy. I might be beaver trapping at that point, though. Yeah, Giga Chat, I bet. Squirrely, we've got coyotes here. I just don't target them a lot. Normally, I'll catch, I don't know, 5 to 10 a year just to my road lines messing around with it. But I am going to go after coyotes more next year, I think. Wow. Yeah, Justin, that's what's going to suck is this beaver trap adventure. I'm going to cover like probably 100 miles a day, kill three-quarters of a tank of gas every day, and it's going to be about 75 bucks a day. So, CC, I sell everything I can off these things. Lobo Pro Predator Control. We went out to Mexican tonight, so I'm surprised I haven't had to disappear for a little bit. Yeah, Kate, and I honestly bet we hit $5 here pretty quick, which is gonna make my trap line a real pain if it stays that high until next fall. That's gonna really suck. See, I don't know, and I don't care. It's none of my business. I don't even want to know, to be honest with you. Yeah, Bucky, there probably will be less trappers next year, which is sad, but um, it's too bad. Ruger, it's not mine. That treadmill actually is specially designed for my wife. She told me as many times as I begged her, she said, "You are not allowed on this." So it sucks. It's really disappointing, but I'm not allowed on that sucker. Yeah, Blakely, it'll get expensive. Yeah, Steve, I thought about beaver trapping my work car out of my Malibu. Now, it when it comes to like trapping next year, if in the fall we're at $5 gas, I'm still going to be doing everything that I do now. It's going to be a lot harder to make a profit on it, but I will. I'll find a way. Um, one way or another, I'll find a way to do it. My kind of my slogan is "Find your drive," and that's not always work ethic. That's markets and do your homework and everything else. And I could still make some money at $5 a gallon, but it's not going to be as much by for sure. Oh, Lobo, that sucks. Lane horse and buggy. Yeah, Ruger, you're gonna have to have real passion for it. Yeah, Critter Craig. I mean, I'm in the probably seventh or eighth best shape of my life, at least in the last 5 years. Yeah, I've seen that stuff too, bluegill. Really, James? That's interesting. You should buy like one of those electric bikes then. If they'll give you $6,500, an electric bicycle. Here you go. Yeah, I get you, Chad. It's tough. 3 pounds in 2 days. I lost, I can't remember what it was, like 17 or 18 pounds in November, but I've since found that and then some. So, oh, we're hitting Reese's eggs right now. Like they're going out of style. It's crazy. I hate it. Yeah, I'll bet it would surprise me if we hit 6 or 7 here in a year by any means. Squirrely, when I first started trapping, when I was like 13 years old, I had to walk like half a mile behind my parents' house to check 3 possum. Well, all I caught of them was possum, but I had three 1.5 dukes that I didn't die, didn't do anything, didn't change, pay attention, just set them there, made a wooden box cubby with deer scraps in the back of it. Uh, and that was the only time I've ever walked to a set. As far as I used to park along the road and walk into sections before, um, but yeah, that was a long walk when I was young. Oh, James, they have a bike fee on that, huh? That's crazy. I'd try it, Steve. Just put a chain on the rear wheel. You'll be fine. Hunt ready. What's up? Justin, me and you need to do more walking. My southern Justin, not my western Justin. Man, there's too many of us. That's crazy, Ruben. Yeah, I don't do a whole lot. For my line with what I need to do, I stay very close to the truck. Very close. At the farthest, I'm literally 60 feet. Um, I just I have to stay close and keep moving. I can't be there any more than 4 or 5 minutes at absolute most. Tell you what, Justin, I'll get you a treadmill because I don't want to use it. You can pawn it off on one of your friends down there. How's that? Bucky running on a donkey. My wife's name's Jenny. Does that count? All right. Never mind. That almost went somewhere it shouldn't. Oh God. Yeah, Ruben, I agree. Oh boy, that took a turn. I caught myself though. I caught myself. Oh yeah. Well, let's just say that this: if If that was my only option of survival, I would die stranded. I promise you that. But we've been married almost, this will be year 8. No, this will be a full 7. We'll be starting 8 this July. So, oh, CNC, absolutely not. She don't watch this at all. Yeah, Justin, I get that. Problem is with me, it's way down in the ditch. So, granola cruncher. I like that. Hover around accessible. I like that. Oh boy, man, I always make an ass of myself at some point. No, she don't. She should. I've got a lot of emails tonight. I like this. Yeah, Critter Craig. Like I said, feel free to email me too in case you missed a live or something. But yeah, I would plan on it. If it's only 76 miles away. In my opinion, Saturday is probably your best day. It's kind of busy if you're only able to make it for one day for some reason. But those vendors, they don't want to take stuff home. And it's a really good place to wheel and deal on stuff. When I first started going there, uh, I walked up to several vendors and I had a list. I would have a list drawn up of literally 30 things I need. And I'd print off like 6 or 7 lists, give them to vendors the first day, and I'd say, "What's your best deal on all this stuff?" And that'd come through Saturday morning, and whoever had the best deal, I'd buy from. Uh, I mean, I've spent a lot of money at conventions. I think it was the year before I met my wife, I dropped like $5,800 or something like that. I dropped a lot of money. Yeah, Justin, I'm gonna do regular lives. Probably not every Friday during the summer because nobody's thinking about trapping. Nobody cares about trapping that time of year. But I'll be doing some bow fishing as well, and stuff like that. So I'm gonna keep my channel going throughout the summer. Just won't be as frequent as trapping season. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Lane. I appreciate it, bud. Yeah, Justin, it's Thursday through Saturday. Absolutely, Critter Craig. Thanks for stopping in and welcome to trapping. That's awesome. I'm glad you're getting into it. Uh, it's a very fun and rewarding activity. Not a lot of money in it, but it's very fun. Yeah, Bucky, I am going to do some turtle trapping as well. Also, all right, Ruben, I'm going to kick you from the channel for that comment. Yeah, Scab. Some people don't. I mean, I think about it all. I literally think about it even during the summer at least once or twice a day, no matter what. But a lot of people, they're not looking at making purchases or learning something new necessarily. Yeah, Lobo, it should be fun. I've bow fished before, but never filmed or anything like that, so it should be good. Yeah, thanks, Critic Craig. I really appreciate that, man. Thanks for stopping in, and you have a good night, sir. Yeah, adventure, James. So I am what my wife would call the world's worst procrastinator. I'm terrible at it. I wait till the last possible minute to do everything. Uh, no joke, actually, when we moved here and I built my shop, it was the night before pre-staking. I had my uncle wiring up my lights in my shop like 10 o'clock at night, and I was tagging traps, taking my old tags off and putting new tags on my traps. Uh, Literally 10 o'clock at night, and I was pre-staking them in 10 hours. So, but it was a busy summer too. I put a new roof on this place, new siding, built the garage all by myself. So it was a very, very well, not all by myself. I had a buddy help roof it for a day. I had some buddies of mine help frame up the garage. But other than that, I did everything myself on it. I even put the 28-foot trusses up there by myself, and that was rough. Yeah, JR, thanks for stopping in, bud. I appreciate it. Have a good night, man. Oh, Justin, you're bailing too. Well, hopefully that heifer makes it for you, man. Take care, bud. But what feed you doing, Anthony? You got mine. Good luck, Joshua. You're gonna need it. Yeah, James. Oh, you're just like me then. Oh, I got you, Anthony. Okay. I love Wayne's World. Steve, trust me, I know that place very well. Um, I'm pretty close to that place, actually. Been a long time since I've seen that movie. Scabs out of here? Oh, or is he just saying night to everybody else? Oh, Howell Station? Yep, I know that place real well. Next time you're down this area, Steve, you should let me know. Hillsman M, I appreciate it, bud. That's the whole purpose of this channel was just to kind of help people, um, show them what I know. I don't know everything by any means, but I'm willing to throw it out there and see if people pick something up from it, and that's awesome. See, I've heard of people pickling carp. I've never done it. I've heard of smoking them. It's really good, but I've never heard of anything else. Skip. Oh, yes, you do, bud. Scab's still here, Justin. Everyone's saying bye to Scab. He's not going anywhere. Wait for the last 3 minutes for everything, and then I wait another 3 minutes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Steve. I've gotten some big fish down below there. Some real big fish. Nah, I'm good, Squirrely. I won't do that. Yeah, CC, absolutely. I'd love to have a recipe for that. That's all right, Justin. I have to a little bit, so that's fine. There's actually been some sturgeons caught down there too, Steve. I'll tell you what, Steve. Email me tonight, iowatrapper2 at gmail. I got something to share with you that I really don't want to put on the live. James, the nasty things I'll eat. I've only seen them eat like, I mean, just random stuff, I guess. Like I use corn for bait when I'm actually go to some of these lakes and try to catch them. Yeah, I actually shot a really big grass carp down there a few years ago. Steve, I've caught one spoonbill down there. I wish I could find the picture. It was many years ago, right below the dam on the Pella side. That's what we call it. Squirrely's going crappie fishing tomorrow. I thought about trying to get the family out, doing a little bit of first ice off fishing tomorrow, but we're getting rain later tonight and tomorrow, and it's gonna be a mess. Oh, that's awesome, CC. Yeah, they got a big. I think it's tulips down there. I don't know. That town's a little different, in my opinion. Yeah, James, we get those suds too. Um, but I didn't know it was from farm chemicals by any means. Yeah, we're starting to ice out a little bit here, Steve. Yeah, I get it, Anthony. I always do make an ass of myself too. At some point, I always say something embarrassing. Yeah, but that was chilly. Hey, Fisher, how we doing, bud? I've always wanted to trap the Des Moines River. I thought that would be so fun. It's not terribly far from me, and I'd love to go up and down that, but who knows? Yeah, Steve, I think you could load about everything on that, from beaver, otter, coon, muskrat, mink, everything. I think it'd be fun, but the fluctuating water would be what really deter me. It really depends where you're at on it, I think. That would be awesome, Ruben. I'll be right back, fellas. Drinking too quick. Oh no, Steve, we're not that bad yet. Yeah, see, I'm curious who all we got on here from Iowa too. Scab, you're not wrong. I really do. These things are pretty cool, Squirrely, and you got my first one if you're still in here. These things are pretty neat. I can't believe you can do that stuff. I could never do anything like that. Mr. Somebody's been to Iowa. We're a flyover state. We're a nobody. I'm ready to get after some beaver, guys. I feel like I kind of shot myself in the foot by not getting traps out yesterday or today. Uh, I went to work today when I didn't have to. I feel like I probably should have done something. Jeremy, that put us on the map, I guess. Oh, perfect, Fisher. I've never been to the States on the outside of the Central, so that's something I'd want to do too, Hunt Ready. I got a good buddy of mine that's born in Northeast Iowa, severe Northeast Iowa. Wants to take me trout fishing up there sometime. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I bet, Steve. I'll bet it is. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Scab, it counts. Yeah, see, it's tough. If I get time tomorrow, I do want to get nothing major, but I got three or four good systems here close to home that I can set up on. Uh, it's hard for me to want to commit because I want to put this. I want to hit this for 2 weeks to put out 80 foothold traps on drowners on big cricks just to check them three times and then pull them and then come back in and reset them. And it just, to me, in my head, it doesn't add up. Uh, for anybody else setting, 6 or 8 traps, absolutely. But I just don't want that hassle. I want to hit it once hard and be done. Oh, Jeremy's almost by Green Bay. Been to every state but Maine. Wow, Steve. Hey, Deer Slayer's back in here. I like how you said that, Lobo. My wife is thinking about moving us. Basically, you don't have a say in it. Yeah, Squirrely, I need to get that itch taken care of. That sounds bad. God, that sounded so bad too. I want to go set some beaver traps. Let's just say that. Oh, Jeremy, everything's a crick. Everything's a crick. I battle with people with creeks and stuff all the time. Ah, Steve, that makes sense. My best friend from high school is active duty right now in Alaska. Um, working for he's Air Force. He's a big fuels guy. He tests all the fuel and stuff coming into the country, and um, Yeah. Definitely miss having him around, but we had a lot of fun in our younger days too. Scab, that's funny. So Ruger, I'm gonna pretty much use all footholds. The exception is going to be if I get a crick that's deep enough and funneled enough for a dive stick, I'll gladly throw some 330s in there. But it just we don't have a lot of situations like that. I did have it last year. I caught an otter in one of those spots, but yeah, that was yeah. I caught one otter out of that. Never did catch a beaver out of it, which is surprising. But I did catch a couple beaver in another spot similar to that. Otter cat, she's not coming in tonight. I just looked. She's passed out on the couch with my daughter in her arms. She had kind of a she had a rough day at work. I'll just say that. And when she has a rough day, the mama bear comes out, and all she wants to do is hold my daughter and have her fall asleep with her, which I get it. Um, so that's kind of her comfort zone. So they're both out cold on the couch. I'll probably put Grace, my daughter, to bed and then let her sleep on the couch so I don't wake her up. It's funny, both of them pass out so early. And my boy's just like me. He's a night owl. Could probably sleep till 10 in the morning like I could, but be up till 1 o'clock in the morning, no problem. Thank you, Scab. Appreciate it. Yeah, I brought some of my TS-85s to a bowling alley last night for my leagues, and I also brought one of my Bridger fives. And trying to watch those guys set the TS-85s was pretty funny. Of course, we've all had a few drinks in us, and I was kind of nervous, but they're all adult men; they can handle it if something happens. And they really struggled setting the TS-85s, and like, oh, give me that smaller one, which is the Bridger 5 four coiled. I said, boys, that one you have is way easier to set than this one by hand. I promise you. Lobo, I'm running all rebar drowning rods. I'm gonna have hopefully about 80 of them out when everything's all said and done. Sister Wives. I've never seen that. I guess I don't know that one, Scab. I don't watch a whole lot of shows though. Oh, cool, Fisher. I've never tried to set 850, James. I have not done that. Honestly, CC, I'll probably stick with rebar. If I ever had to walk into a place a long ways, I'd probably switch to fiberglass, but until then, I won't. All right, Ruben. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. You take care. How are the rods compared to slides, Jeremy? Confused by your question on that. Caden, you caught your first coyote just the other day. That's awesome, bud. Congratulations. Nothing beats your first catch of that species. Night, Ruben. Take care, bud. What fur bar are you working for? I'm curious on that though. If you're still here, probably not. He's probably gone. Oh, okay, Jeremy. I started with slides. I really like the. I was using cable, um, 330 seconds cable, I think it was, and it worked great. Problem is, the beaver would go down a little bit and pull my cinder block up just a little bit, and then go back down and kind of kinked up that cable. And they're kind of a one and done thing. Sometimes I get 2 or 3 uses out of them, but I switched to that rebar, and there's zero give in it. And then I don't have to carry around the cinder block, or I don't have to go in deep water to anchor. My drowning rods are like 8 to 10 foot, so I can just stab it down into the bank as hard as I can, and then stake the top end because I got a loop on top, and then it's permanent. I mean, it's not going anywhere. Okay, Jeremy. So you're new to it. I'm sorry. I should have read that first before I tried to explain. Um, I prefer rebar. It's going to cost a little bit more, but just so much more solid. Yeah, James. I've played with rebar ones at convention a little bit. They're pretty solid. Just for the price, I can get rebar. I have rebar already. So Deer Slayer, I do not go to the fur auctions. I take it back. I went to the Iowa auction this year just to go up there and hang out and help out any way I could. Um, but yeah, I won't be selling any of my stuff until late May, I believe. Pretty much every Friday night, Squirrely. I That's my personal opinion of it, Jeremy. Maybe some others on here could give their insight on, with the drowner setup, rebar versus cable. Um, I do think fiberglass is better, but you're going to pay quite a bit more for it too. Um, but I've never had the experience with the fiberglass either to really say that for sure. Yeah, exactly, Ruger. I'll tell you what though, Jay's a big man. He is stout. I mean, I didn't realize how big he was until I saw him at the Iowa convention last year. And I'm 6 foot 250 ish now. So I consider myself a fairly good sized guy, and he made me look small. He's just a built man. Yeah, Ruben, I seen that. That's been posted around a few chat rooms and stuff that I'm in. I actually messaged Trevor here a couple months ago, and kind of asked where he was at with prices, and he's respectable, for sure. The guy I'm looking at though is just a little bit better right now. Yeah, James. Yep, I've seen that done too, Steve. They leave like the top of the drowner on the bank with concrete, and they drag it out and then couldn't get it back. And that might be scab. I've never messed with it, so I can't really tell that. Um, I have no idea. Jeremy, if you're targeting muskrats, don't even use a drowner setup. If you have deep enough water, if you have 6 inches of water, you've got a drowned muskrat with the trap. Um, I mean, literally, if your your creek bed sits like this and you set a trap here, he's going to pull that trap out here and drown. He's not going to be able to pull it back. They drown out pretty quick. Yeah, otter catch right. The bank makes a huge difference. All right, Squirrely, thanks for stopping in, buddy. Um, I got your email, I believe, so I'll be in contact with you probably tomorrow, bud. Congratulations, by the way. Hey, Jimmy, we're just talking about you. Uh, we're just talking about my best friend from high school that lives up in Alaska, active duty in the Air Force. Oh, you can't use rods. James, you must have some really rocky crick setups there. I got you, Justin. Yeah, for sure. I seen Tom Miranda and actually got his autograph on a book at the last NTA, so that's kind of cool. Huh, that's interesting, James. I've never had that issue. Um, it makes sense though, especially if you get a good hawk population. Oh, Justin's at the FTA. I didn't know that. And that's another thing, difference between cable and rebar. If you're driving out and you've got 3 sets to make, cable will be fine. If you're trying to set 50 sets and you've got all this mess of cable that likes to catch and everything else, it sucks. Versus 50 straight links of rebar you can throw in the back of the truck, pull one out, put a trap on it, and go. Um, unless you like, the cable, you individually like bagged them up or something. It'd make it a little tough. Oh, CC Hawks are thick everywhere in Iowa. Yeah, Jim, I'm struggling. I actually put up 13 today. Um, Monday's going to be a big day. I'm hoping for 65 or 70 of them. So I got to get going. My fur buyer was going to be here late March, and I kind of sweet talked him into not driving here till middle of May. Hopefully, get everything done by then. Oh, Jeremy, that sucks. Yeah, mink will eat rats pretty consistently. Yeah, Fisher, you're not wrong. Yeah, Justin, it seems, and honestly, it wasn't even the water deep enough. As long as you can get the bottom of it into the creek. So I had spots this year, last spring. I didn't drown the beaver, but I get them away from the set. It was only under a foot and a half of water, but as long as that bottom end went into the mud fine, it pulled them away and it worked out well. Ooh, scab, yeah, that'd be bad. Yeah, James, I kind of run into that too. You can kind of have a little shelf on the edge and then it just plummets. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Interesting, Jeremy. If you got any little pinch points or anything, I love blind sets. Throw one and a half under the water, just a quarter of an inch where they're coming around a corner or something like that. Work great. Jim, you might be thinking. Well, I saw one the other day. A Fisher had something like that. Might not be the same thing, but yeah, mink pound for pound are little vicious little things. Man, it's late in the east side of the country. Yeah, Justin, then that might be a challenge for you. That might be a problem trying to get it into that hard bank. Who knows? Oh, Jeremy, yeah, that's tough if there's still ice on it. Yeah, that makes sense, James. I get it. And a lot of our cricks are actually just, I mean, clay. It drives right in. You can push that in 10 inches, and it's not going anywhere. Uh, But a lot of the bridges I trap, they have that erosion rock coming down, and that gets into the creek, and then you can't find a spot for it. So, oh, nice, Judith and Dan. Actually, my buddy on here that's now in Alaska, Jim McCombs. Um, one of my bad bridges. I yeah, it's the one bridge that I don't trap that I probably should because it's really good. Um, he jumped off the bridge, a 12-inch jump into the grass, and fractured his ankle because it was all erosion rock underneath the little grass bed. He was a trooper though. I made him finish trapping the rest of the day before he went to the hospital. Yeah, Steve. I do. So I bring a 22 pistol with me when I'm beaver trapping. That pellet gun, when they're out there at the end of a drown or if they've pulled it up, doesn't quite do enough for me. Yeah, Jim. I think you're probably watching that Fisher, and they had like a snowshoe hare or something like that. Hey, CC, you take care of yourself, bud. We'll catch you next time. I appreciate stopping in, buddy. Yeah, I've seen stuff like that too, Scab. Yeah, you did, Jim. Yeah, you're in a boot instead of a full cast, and you're still trapping with me every day. It's awesome. Oh, the good times we had back in school, man. Granted, we were out of school then, but oh man, we've had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I could always count on you. Hey, swing on over. Let's have a couple beers and let's get all the deer carcasses and everything off the shop floor in May before it got too bad. A couple times. It was like 12 or 13. Yeah, Steve, I get it. God, I'm so ready to start trapping beaver. Just got to wait for the right time. That's so hard right now. Um, Billingsley's lures in here. Uh, I haven't seen him post for all, so I think he's gone. But he's definitely caught a lot of beaver in his time, and kind of been asking him when's the right time because I want that. It's almost like rut. You get that perfect like 10-day window when things are running hard, and I want to hit that just right. But I don't know when that's going to be, and that's the problem. Normally, it starts. I'm going to say March 15th and on. Early thaw. I didn't know if it happened early or it'd still be the same time. I wasn't sure. And now we're freezing back up and it's just a mess. Oh, Jeremy, I wish I did, bud. I really wish I did. Uh, all my otter catch pretty much are an accident, so I really can't help you there. I wish I could, man. Deer Slayer, I'm gonna go set a few tomorrow. I think the wife's got some shopping to do in a different town, so I might be able to get away for about an hour, hour and a half before she comes home and realizes that I'm gone and not doing house chores. So yeah, Justin, I want to, but I do not want to go breaking out, a bunch of 85s out from under the ice. That's my big thing. Hey, thanks, Fisher. I appreciate it, bud. Yeah, absolutely, Jeremy. I'm glad you're going out there and getting after it, man. That's awesome. That is awesome. One of the I won't say it's a late season set, but one of my best sets that I've ever had success with for otter is a fish stick set. Just a T post with a fish on top, wired on, with one or two traps underneath it. I've had really good luck with that. Yeah, that's Jimmy just brought that up. Um, yeah, Jimmy was with me. Well, I call him Jimmy. Jim McCombs with me. I had a double on otter. That picture actually popped up on my news feed this year on Facebook, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I caught two otter on a fish stick going opposite directions. Remember that trowel we found? One of the otters had dug through the sand enough in the bottom of this creek bed and got tangled up on an old heavy trapper's trowel. This thing was, oh, what would you say, Jim? Probably 4 foot long, and it had a big, like, half cut base on it. I mean, you could really, it was heavy, all pitted out. I bet it'd been there 10, 15 years at least. Ruger, like around where I'm at, you probably really can't. I mean, you could, but it'd be luck that you got one. I think some of the southern states are a little different, though. All right, Steve. Hey, thanks for stopping in, man. I really appreciate it. And get with me sometime. Love to talk to you about a few things. Thinking pockets. Oh, if I would not, if I'm 220 otter, I'm getting them in like funnel points, pinch points. Maybe the water really narrows down and making them dive under the water. Uh, that's just how I'm doing it. Otherwise, I'm using footholds for them. Yeah, Justin, right? It was just the craziest thing. And if Jim in here wasn't there to see it, no one would probably ever believe me. People probably still don't anyway. But my first ever double on otter coming off fish stick, going opposite directions. One was alive, one was dispatched because it got under the. It wasn't that much water. That area is probably 10 inches of water, but it got tangled up on that trapper's trowel. That I don't know how long it had been down there. I gotta find it, Ruger. I haven't seen it since we moved, but I know I brought it with me. Um, it was pretty cool though. Somebody, that's crazy. I do not know how that would be possible. I'm not seeing anything on my phone at all, so that's interesting. Yeah, Jeremy, that's tough when the ice is melting. Those toilets, though, where they pop out, that's awesome, awesome trapping. Oh, I think I'm freezing up again. You guys having issues over there? Oh, yeah. That's another story too. I got to share that one. Um, Me and my buddy, of course, me and him grew up in high school together. Very similar. Love the same passions. We're fishing one day, and I'm just a crappie bluegill fisherman. He's the big bass fisherman, and I was pulling these bluegill in, And I've seen these mouths come to the bank real quick and turn around. I'm pulling out some pretty decent bluegill. And I'm like, boy, there's a big bass over here. He hooks into one first cast, sets the hook, it flops out and lands on top of this moss patch, which is probably, I'm gonna say 10 to 12 foot out. And it just sits there. I just see the hump of this bass. And he instantly just goes, Deaver, get it. Okay. Stripped down, wade out into this pond, and I just bear hugged this bass and threw it to shore. It was right at 7 pounds. That was the craziest thing. Yeah, I've told a lot of people at work that too, and they're like, "Oh, whatever." I'm like, "Oh, seriously, it was awesome." Man, we had a lot of fun, Jimmy. I wish you lived back here, man. You're like your wife is one of the few people my wife likes, so that would be awesome. Outdoor Mike, how we doing, bud? No, we're still kicking anyway for a little bit longer. I know what you mean, though. Gotta get the young ones to bed. Yes, Jeremy. That's if you're asking a question, that's what it is. Yes. They kind of come up to the same spot to use the bathroom every time. You'll see like a blue or gray scales. I mean, you can definitely tell it's scat, but there's like blue or gray scales in it, and it'll be a big pile of it everywhere. Kind of in a lot of times like a 5 foot by 5 foot area. Sometimes only like 2 foot area, but it's pretty good size. Yeah, I heard. Oh yeah, beaver crossovers are awesome for otter when they're moving, for sure, for sure. You know, Fisher, that's kind of one on the same thing. Yeah, Justin, I was hoping, some of my beaver spots. I don't have any beaver sign on a lot of the stuff I'm going to. I do have two private ground areas where I can drive really close to them. I'll be setting on that there's good sign, but everything else, these road ditches where I might see a chewed tree here or there, but that's pretty much it. So, vet, I'm out. I've got nothing left except maybe one beer in the fridge. Maybe. Yeah, Ruger, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Hey, Brian, how we doing? I'll go see if that beer's in there. Bet you're a bad influence. Oh, we're getting by, Brian. We're getting by, bud. Mr. Somebody. You're right. So, Jeremy, otter travel a lot. They might not come back to the same spot for a long time. Yeah, Judith and Dan. That's what I'm looking forward to with Beaver. Those 2-year-olds are gonna be kicked out, and I want to time that just right to where I'm in the optimal time to really be hammering them. Outdoor, Mike. There's no White Claw here ever. Yeah, Justin, I did do that. James, going over a dam like a beaver dam, you don't have the crossovers. Definitely the one that bush. Which one's that? Ruger, I view them a lot like mink. They're kind of the same weasel, just basically one's a lot bigger than the other. Um, you might not see them for a week to 10 days. They just kind of make rounds. That's at least what it seems like. Yeah, I know. That's what you're telling me, Jim. So what are you drinking up there now? White Claw or some kind of fruity shit? See, internet vet, we're cheap here in Iowa, and we're just kind of those poor rednecks, I guess you could say. I've been drinking Bush Light since I started drinking beer many, many years ago. Yeah, James, that's kind of what I figured about 7 to 10 days. Do you have an otter lure that you'd suggest, Dan? I've never used it before ever, so I'm kind of curious. I've watched actually another one where my buddy Jim was with me. We're duck hunting, and right when it started to get light enough to see the water, we had what was it, 5 or 7 otter come swimming right past us at 7 or 8 yards. It was the coolest thing. So cool. I mean, the water's so still. I mean, just ice still in this pond. Oh, okay, yeah. On the big rivers, you won't, James. That makes sense. Yeah, Blakely's knows about bush lattes. He's from Missouri. We're kind of the same. And just we don't look at her sister that way. But sorry, I had to. Blakely's had to throw that little jab in there. Hope I didn't interrupt your live tonight either, Blakely's. I know you've been doing a lot more lives recently. Okay, Dan, I got you. James, around here, we're almost all bank dens too. Very few lodges do you see. They're only on like bigger ponds or marshes. But all our creeks and everything are bank dens, every one of them. Yeah, sorry, Ruger. I had to. I had to throw that in there. Yeah, I remember that. It was 5. Okay. Jeremy, that's awesome. Oh. Well, don't ever feel like you can't, buddy. By all means. I hope Wednesday I didn't interrupt your deal. I made sure you weren't on when I started anyway, to that fur handling thing. Yeah, I've never done the TikTok really. I get sent a lot of stuff from it, but I've never done it. I heard they don't really like the trappers worse than most people. Blakely's. Wow, I've gotten 8 emails since my lives. That's cool. No, outdoor mic. I do not. Um, Sleepy Creek Tannery does a lot of mine. Um, I've got another buddy, BJ Deaton. He's getting into tanning. Does a really good job too. He has. He's on Facebook right now. Midwest Bone and Fur. I believe I'm saying that right. He does. He did that bobcat right there, and a few other things for me. Really, Blakely's. I didn't know that. Internet vet. I'll get. I think last year, like out of my 897, I think it was. I think I had like 14 that went 5x. So I don't get a lot of them. This year, right now, I'm at 3, so I'm probably about on track for that same thing. I might have to get that now. Oh, cool, Mike. That's awesome. That's pretty great. Like around here, it's really hard to catch coyotes in cages. Uh, I've seen it done, but I've never done it, and I don't think I ever could, to be honest with you. So that's pretty impressive, man. Yeah. Oh, just started on Monday, Jeremy. That's awesome. Smells like Doc stink bait. I don't know how much longer my wife's phone's gonna stay charged since she's asleep on the couch and we're using her hotspot. This could be interesting for too long. Oh, you caught two in a cage? Wow, that's impressive. What was the size of the cage? Had to be pretty good size for them not to feel boxed in. Yeah, Deer Slayer. I got it. I got yours earlier today. I just haven't got a chance to reply to it yet, but I will for sure, buddy. That's crazy, Mike. That's crazy. A 7 by 16. Man, whew, that's impressive. How long did they have to sit before you connected, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, Steve, I get that. I get that. Oh, I'll bet not. I figured it had to sit a little bit. That takes a little bit to get a lot of that scent off, and coyotes, they don't necessarily, they're a little more skittish than like fox or coon as far as being boxed in. They really don't care for that as much. And see, I could see the cats. I could see catching cats in them a lot easier than I could coyotes. But that's pretty impressive to catch too, man. That's awesome. Oh, yeah, Justin. I would think that's kind of across the country that coyotes really don't like being forced into an area. I could be wrong on that since I'm not the biggest coyote trapper in the world, but everything I've seen that coyotes do not like to be forced into an area. Yeah, Blakely, you're not wrong there too. Yeah, outdoor Mike, I'll give it to you, man. That's a lot of work. That is a lot of work. Scab, I've seen something similar to that with coyotes or fox. They'll bury a fox foot and just leave like the top half inch of it exposed. Really draws a lot of interest, I guess. I've never done it, but I've heard that. Is she awake? Or is it my boy coming downstairs? Neither. Oh, shoot. Well, we're going to finish this drink, guys, and then we're going to call it a night. Every Saturday morning, my kind of tradition is take my daughter for McDonald's breakfast because she loves their pancakes. So, and she likes to get up at like 5:30, which is terrible. I'm gonna let that dog out real quick. Yeah, Ruger. They're all different. They're all individuals, so that's kind of crazy. Yeah, Jeremy, absolutely. I love doing this stuff. I have a lot of fun doing it. Um, I love to see you guys talking amongst yourselves and learning stuff from each other. It's pretty cool. Oh no, Mr. Somebody. No, not at that point. That's just how my daughter is though. She'll crash at like 8 o'clock and come five, she's ready to go. Yeah, I gotta check out James' video. Adventure with James. I gotta check that out. Oh, well, happy birthday to her, Jeremy. That's awesome. That's awesome. Mine will turn 6 in November, so she's got her mother's brains and looks, which the looks things bothers me a lot later in life. And she's got my attitude and sassiness. So I feel bad for whoever she marries 30 years from now when I'm no longer around. Oh, we will. I'm not leaving just quite yet. Just be patient. You'd be a bad influence if we were at a bar and met that. A very bad influence. Ah, one more will be fine. Oh, she's not that bad looking. Boy, Fisher, you are really forcing this issue. Jeremy, that's cute. That's awesome, man. I'll tell you what, I'll definitely learn they grow up fast. When I met my wife, um, she'd already had Noah. My boy was 7 when I started dating my wife. We got married and I adopted him when he was 8. Just seeing how much he's grown and matured from 8 to 15 it baffles me. Just makes you realize how quickly they grow up. It's just you go from this cute little innocent kid to they hate everything. But I can't complain. He's a really good kid. Hey, Mark's back. Yeah, Blakely's, you're probably right. Nice, Jim. Ready to set some beaver traps tomorrow, guys. Finally. Not going to be a lot. Not like what I'm wanting to yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Finally getting some stuff in the ground. So, anyway, we're going to wrap her up, guys. Thank you. Sorry about all the troubles we had earlier. I don't know what's going on, but that was really weird. Really weird. So, hopefully, you see some videos of me coming up here for long and we start hammering some beaver. So, Oh man, I just put my foot in my mouth every time I talk, I think. But anyway, we'll just we'll leave it at that, I guess, would be the best way to say this. Yeah, I definitely will, guys. Not gonna hit it hard yet for probably another couple weeks, but when it does finally happen and the ice stays gone, it's gonna be awesome. Really looking forward to it. Jim, I was told that you're gonna fly down here and help me tomorrow, so I look forward to picking you up from the airport. That's gonna be great. Looking forward to seeing you. So, Otter Cat, boy, isn't that the truth? I just have a way with words. It's just, I'll tell you what. If I was single now going to a bar, I'd murder a pickup line. I promise you that. I just everything comes out of my mouth is twisted in the wrong way of what it's meant to sound like, I guess. Well, thanks for coming in, guys. Yeah, we'll plan on seeing you a week from today. So take care, guys. I really appreciate support. Um, it's been fun. I love doing this. I love interacting with you guys, seeing you guys over here in the chat, talk amongst yourselves. Um, it's awesome. It's awesome. So thank you guys. Have a good night, and we'll see you soon. So take care, guys.